I heard Caitlin Clark this offseason is doing a lot of military press because she's got to carry 4 more teams on her broad shoulders.
Imagine having a player so electrifying, so game-changing, that she's single-handedly transforming the entire reputation of a league, and then letting her slip away. That's exactly what's happening with Caitlin Clark and the WNBA.
Get a gift sent to them called Caitlin Clark. And instead of showing any gratitude, they have set out to destroy Caitlin Clark.
For years, the WNBA has struggled with viewership and financial hurdles, but Caitlin Clark's arrival has changed everything. She isn't just another talented player. She's a once-in-a-generation phenomenon with the potential to reshape the league's future. The numbers speak for themselves. In just one season, Clark has brought in record-breaking viewership, turning regular WNBA games into must-watch events. Fans aren't just watching, they're glued to their screens, tuning in to witness her half-court bombs, fearless drives, and relentless competitive spirit. Clark's presence has been a spark that reignited interest in the WNBA, providing an instant and unmatched boost in visibility that the league has desperately needed. But despite this surge of attention and the new wave of fans she's bringing in, the WNBA is struggling to hold on to her. Now Clark might be heading to the EuroLeague, where her talents and influence are likely to make an even bigger impact. As she steps into an international spotlight, the WNBA's golden moment might be slipping through its fingers, a missed opportunity that could haunt the league for years to come. Let's dive into why this loss is more significant than any in recent WNBA history. Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball player, she's a phenomenon. Her style of play, with those deep threes from well beyond the arc, her court vision, and her fierce drive to win, has fans absolutely hooked. For the WNBA, she was an instant ticket to increased ratings, drawing viewers who might have otherwise overlooked the league. But her appeal goes beyond just her skill on the court. It's about the drama and storylines she brings along. Clark's rivalries, especially her much-publicized one with Angel Reese, are pure gold for viewership. These showdowns became narratives that pulled in fans by the thousands, creating storylines that resonated far beyond the usual WNBA audience. The drama of her face-offs with Reese turned into some of the season's highest-rated games, sparking intense media coverage. This wasn't just a competitive rivalry, it was a cultural moment, a clash that gave fans a reason to care deeply. It created the kind of buzz that keeps leagues relevant and gives viewers a reason to invest emotionally in players and teams. And yet, despite her undeniable draw and her role in making the WNBA a talking point, the league is letting her walk, opening the door for her to seek more lucrative opportunities elsewhere. Let's face it, the WNBA's salary structure simply couldn't compete with what's on the table in the EuroLeague. The financial landscape overseas presented Clark with opportunities too substantial to ignore. EuroLeague teams offer salaries that can surpass $500,000 per season for top players, alongside perks like tax-free income, housing, transportation, and additional amenities that allow players to maximize their earnings. When you compare this to the WNBA's maximum base salary of $241,000, it's clear why even the most loyal players are looking elsewhere. Clark's move to the EuroLeague isn't just a side gig. It could be a strategic decision that ensures her financial stability while broadening her exposure on a global stage. She stands to earn significantly more overseas, with the chance to reach new audiences and expand her brand beyond U.S. borders. This isn't a new trend either. Legends like Diana Taurasi and Breanna Stewart have taken similar paths to boost their earnings and careers. When generational talents like Clark are faced with these choices, the WNBA's financial constraints become painfully evident, revealing the limits the league places on its own growth. Now let's talk about how the WNBA missed the mark in fully recognizing Clark's achievements. Her debut season was nothing short of sensational, but the league's handling of her accolades left fans scratching their heads. The Rookie of the Year award, which should have been a straightforward celebration, turned into a dragged-out process lasting nearly 2 weeks, leading to widespread confusion and frustration. Not only did the delay disappoint fans, but it also signaled a lack of urgency in acknowledging one of the most impactful players in recent memory. Making matters worse, Clark wasn't even unanimously voted as Rookie of the Year. For a player who set records and shifted the league's viewership dynamics practically overnight, this hesitation came across as a baffling oversight. Fans flooded social media with questions, questioning whether the league truly appreciated what Clark had brought to the table. This wasn't just a missed opportunity. It highlighted a disconnect between the league and its fans. If the WNBA aims to retain top talent and maintain audience loyalty, giving players like Clark the recognition they deserve should be a priority, not an afterthought. Caitlin Clark's choice to head overseas wouldn't be just about finances. It's a career-defining move that expands her reach far beyond American audiences. EuroLeague women's basketball offers Clark the chance to compete in one of the world's most diverse basketball environments. Here, she's not just playing, she's building a global brand, positioning herself as a rising star on an international stage. EuroLeague's season is a lengthy one, running from October to April, giving her extended exposure and a fan base that stretches across multiple countries. While the WNBA relies heavily on the summer months, EuroLeague provides Clark with year-round visibility. For the WNBA, this means Clark's most marketable moments will happen overseas, not on U.S. soil. By making this decision, Clark wouldn't be just growing her game, she would be elevating her entire persona as a global ambassador for women's basketball. And with every game she plays abroad, she pulls further away from the WNBA, making it clear that she won't stay confined to the limited schedule and compensation the league currently offers. Caitlin Clark's move to EuroLeague could set a precedent, with consequences the WNBA can't afford to ignore. She isn't the first player to explore opportunities abroad, but her departure shines a light on the pay gap and structural issues that make overseas leagues so attractive. When players see top talents like Clark choosing EuroLeague, they'll start weighing the same options. If one of the most influential rookies in recent WNBA history is opting to split her time, why wouldn't others follow? Let's face it, the WNBA already struggles to retain its stars, with many players historically using the offseason to play abroad for financial gain. But with Clark blazing this trail, the league could see a trend where off-season turns into main season overseas. For a league that spent years building its roster of star players, this could quickly snowball into a crisis if more names opt for the European route, attracted by better pay, perks, and global exposure. It's not just players who are upset with the WNBA's handling of Clark, it's the fans too. From the delayed Rookie of the Year announcement to the lack of unanimous recognition, WNBA fans have watched the league fumble opportunity after opportunity with Clark. Social media is buzzing with frustration, with fans questioning why the WNBA didn't do more to acknowledge her contributions. For Clark's loyal following, this feels like a letdown, as though the league doesn't fully appreciate the energy and viewership she brought. Losing Caitlin Clark, even part-time, is a blow that goes beyond the court. Her departure hits the WNBA right where it hurts: revenue, viewership, and future growth. Clark wasn't just another rookie, she was the player bringing the league back into the mainstream conversation. Her intense rivalries and thrilling play style had already made her a household name, and for the first time in years, casual fans were tuning in to watch women's basketball. Now, with her main focus overseas, the WNBA risks losing the momentum she brought. Sponsors who were initially excited by Clark's debut may rethink their investments, and the league could see a dip in viewership without the consistent presence of a player who attracted so much media attention. For a league that's fought so hard to grow, losing someone as influential as Clark, even if only for part of the season, could mean a return to the struggle to keep fans engaged. Clark's move to EuroLeague may have consequences the WNBA won't feel immediately, but her absence could make it harder for the league to compete for attention in an increasingly crowded sports market. Caitlin Clark's departure is a wake-up call for the WNBA, highlighting the changes the league must consider if it wants to retain and celebrate top-tier talent. With the fans, players, and even potential sponsors watching, the league now faces a choice: adapt or risk losing more stars. As Clark takes her talents to EuroLeague, the WNBA is left with a glaring question: how many more generational players will it let slip away before making real changes? Clark's decision may be the beginning of a broader shift for women's basketball, one where players see overseas leagues as their main stage. The WNBA still has a chance to bring her back full-time, but it's going to take more than promises. It will require action, real investment, and a recognition of the value players like Clark bring to the league. Only time will tell if the WNBA will seize this moment to transform, or if it will continue to lose stars to leagues that better meet their needs. If you've made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.